Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Annabelle and welcome back to my channel. God bless you all for watching my videos and tuning into my channel once again. So today I am going to be introducing a new series that I thought it would be fun to do on my channel called Books and Stories. So in this series I will be sharing stories about how I acquired certain books that I have, and also some of the stories may be about why I bought the books. Some of the stories may be about how I found out about the book, or any interesting story that I have about any of the books that I own. I'll try and share them. So that's what this series is going to be about. So I hope that you all enjoy the series. So in this episode I thought I would share the story behind this book, so the autobiography of Assata. So this book is actually one of my favorite books, one of my favorite autobiographies that I have read in a really long time. I got this book in 2016 and it was actually gifted to me. A friend bought the book for me. So I will share the story and then I will try and say a bit about the book. So I remember I was in London. Okay, no, let me start from the day before. Okay, so the day before I went to London, I was part of a research group. So I was working as a research assistant as part of a research team, working on a research project, and the research that we were working on had been nominated for an award. So it had been nominated for, I think, like Research of the Year or something like that. I forgot the full name of the award scheme. But so the research was nominated for the award and I was chosen in the research team to go and represent the team who were conducting the research. And I was told that I could go to the award ceremony with another person. So train tickets and a place to stay would be catered for me and the other person. So it was quite exciting. I was like, oh, this would be good. And I remember around the same time I was about to travel to Ghana to just I was going to Ghana. I think it was around summertime. It was around July, I believe. And I was going to go to Ghana. So I think it was a few days before I traveled to Ghana that I had to go for the award scheme, and I was quite excited actually. So I remember I asked a couple of my friends and they said that they couldn't go. So I have a friend called Akia. Hi Akia. And then I asked her if she wanted to come to London with me for the award ceremony. And then she was quite excited as well. She was like, yeah, it will be good. She will come. So we had arranged, to meet in the morning on that day to go to London together, because the award ceremony was in the evening. So we would go to the award ceremony and then stay overnight in London and come back the next morning. So Akia agreed to go with me, and it was quite exciting because my friend Akia, she's at the time she wasn't really the type of person that liked to travel to London that much. So we were both excited to go, and I was actually quite excited that a research project that I was part of had been nominated for an award. So we arranged to meet up at the train station on the day in the afternoon and travel to London together. And at the time where I was living, where myself and Akia were living, we didn't actually live that far from each other. We lived in the same city, but we didn't live that far away from each other. And we had arranged to meet at the train station and then travel to London together. So on the day we met at the train station, we got on the train together, and it was a really nice journey. It was nice to go to get on the train together, and it was like an hour and 30 minutes. It took like an hour and 30 minutes from where we lived to London on the train. So on the train journey was nice. We're just talking, chatting about just stuff like when you're with friends, what you talk about. So we got to London and then we had to find where we were staying for the night. So I remember we were staying in a hostel near King's Cross train station. Those of you that know London, King's Cross train station. So we were staying at a hostel near the area. So we looked for where the hostel was, and we went, dropped our stuff, and got ready for the award ceremony. I can't remember exactly where the award ceremony was in London, but I know that we had to go on the underground and go to the award ceremony. So we got ready. It was just fun, it was fun getting ready together, and then just going. So we got ready, we got on the underground, and we went to the award ceremony. And the award ceremony was nice. It was chilled and relaxed. It was kind of like an award ceremony for academics, to be honest. So it wasn't I don't know, it wasn't that loud. I've not really been to award ceremonies before. That was really like my first time. But it wasn't too loud. It was really chilled with live music, and there were like snacks, like nibbles. Those like, I don't know, I guess, they're called nibbles, like little foods. There wasn't like any heavy foods there, just snacks. Yeah, there were snacks there. And it was a nice evening, really chilled, and it was just nice to get dressed up and go out. Yeah. So we went, and then after the award ceremony, we did my team win? Yeah, I remember, because I came home with 2 certificates for my team and the research project that we were doing. So I believe we won. Otherwise I wouldn't have got the certificates. But so I got the certificates, and we took some pictures as well, which was really nice. I don't know if I still have them. I'll try and look for them. And then after the award ceremony, we made our way back to the hostel. And I remember that night we got Burger King because we were so hungry. After the award ceremony, Africans, we thought that there would be food at the award ceremony. So we didn't really eat before going. But then there was no food there. Like I said, there were just snacks. So after the ceremony ended, we went to Burger King, got some food to eat, and then we were just sitting there, just talking, chatting, just really having a nice time with my sister. It was a really chill time. We talked about anything from relationships to money to friends. We just talked about anything that night. It was really good. And then we made our way back to the hostel, and we just relaxed and chilled and talked until we slept. And then the morning came. And in the morning we got up, we got ready, and we were going to make our way back to the train station. But I remember the hostel checkout time was like 8 a.m., 8 or 9 a.m., something like that. It was really early actually. So we got up quite early in the morning, and then we got ready. And I remember at the time, I had made one of my other sisters aware that I'll be coming to London. So my sister Goldust was aware that we were coming to London. I had told her. So I remember she made me aware that the day that we were leaving, she had that day off work, so she would come and see us. So we were making our way back to King's Cross train station, and we were going to wait there for Goldust to come, and then we just say hi, probably hang out for a bit, and then go and get our train. When we got to King's Cross train station, as we were waiting for Goldust, we were like, we'll just get some breakfast. So we went to McDonald's, bought some food to eat, just relaxing. Like as we were eating, we're just chatting again, really just having a really nice enjoying time with each other, talking, just relaxing. And it was I think it was like July. It was in July, I remember. So it wasn't cold. The weather was all right. And so we were just sitting outside eating our breakfast, talking. And then whilst we were waiting for Goldust, we realized that we had a bit more time. So we were like, let's just go and walk around the King's Cross area. So we had our breakfast, and then we went and just walked around the area. And I don't know, but if you know King's Cross train station well, behind the train station there's like this area where there's like a few shops there. So we were just walking around that area, and then we saw a bookshop. It's like this really cute small bookshop. And I was like, okay, let's go in there. And Akia knows that I like to read, so she was like, bookshop. She wasn't really excited about it, but I was like, let's go in there. So we went in, and I was just browsing through the books, and it was a really small bookshop actually. And I think, most small bookshops, I don't know, I don't want to generalize, but I feel like most small bookshops have books that you may not easily find in bigger bookshops. So when we went in, I was just so excited about all the books that I was seeing in there, you know, all the books by authors that I hadn't really heard of, and it was really exciting to me. So I was just browsing through the books, and then I stumbled on this book. And you know, straight away when I saw it, I was like, oh, like Assata. I had heard of this lady several times. So I went and I took the book, and I was just looking through it. And I was standing there for like, I'm sure I was just standing there for like 2-3 minutes straight, just looking through the book. Just looking through it. And yeah, I wanted to buy it. But if I'm going to be really honest, at that time, I was really, really broke. Like in 2016, I was doing my master's and I was broke. I didn't really have much money. So I didn't, if I'm being really honest, at the time, I didn't have money to purchase this book. I didn't have money to buy the book. And the whole trip to London was funded by the research team. So we didn't have to pay for anything. The food that we eat, everything for the night and the morning was all paid for. And at the time, I didn't have money anyway. So if I had to spend my own money for it, I wouldn't have agreed to go buy it. Everything was funded, so I didn't have to spend my own money. But yeah, I kept looking through the book, flicking through it, and I wanted this book, but I knew I couldn't afford it. And then my friend Akia, those of you that know my friend Akia, she came and stood next to me. She said, Annabelle, ubato book nana. She said it in Chi. And I was like, oh, me shim kaka. I replied in Chi that, oh, I'm just looking through it. I'll see. Because she asked me in Chi if I was going to buy the book. And I was like, oh, I'm looking through it, I'll see. And then she was just standing next to me as I was looking through it, just looking. And then, I don't really remember exactly what happened next. I don't remember if I put the book down or if I was still holding the book. But the next thing I knew, Akia was at the till, and I was like, oh, maybe she's buying something. It was quite surprising to me because Akia, she's not really the type, well, at the time, she wasn't really the type that I would see buying books. So I don't know, like, my mind didn't really go there that much, but she was at the till. And then she came back, and then she was like, Jay, like she said in Chi, like, take. And I was like, oh, did you buy it? And then she was like, yeah, I bought it for you. And I was so happy because I really wanted the book. And I didn't tell her that I wanted it. I just said I was looking through it. And I'm sure she probably saw on my face that I wanted the book. And then she actually went and paid it and bought it for me. And I was just so happy and grateful that day because I really wanted to read the book, if I'm being really honest, but I did not have money. And I was so grateful to God and for my friend for getting the book for me. And when she got it, I was smiling so much. And then this was what she said. She said in Chi, she was like, my name is Obekain, so she said that she knows I'm going to read it. That's why she bought it. And it made me so happy that she had purchased the book for me. So okay, thank you. Yeah, I know I thanked her so much that day. I'm sure she probably got annoyed of me saying thank you to her, but I was really grateful for her for buying me this book. So that's how I acquired this book. And it doesn't end there. On that day, like I mentioned earlier, that we were waiting for my friend Goldust. And then when Goldust came, like we were just at a train station hanging out. And those of you that know, Goldust is the lady that I read one of the books that I was reading with, and I actually filmed it and uploaded it. So I'll try and link the video somewhere for you guys to see. But yeah, Goldust is a really good sister of mine, and we do quite a lot of things together. And I remember back in 2016, we used to pray together every day. We used to do morning devotions together in the morning. So we're really close. And I remember I hadn't mentioned to her that I didn't have any money, but she knew that I was going to Ghana. She knew that I would be traveling to Ghana in a few days. And when she came to the train station, I remember she told me that she would bring me some stuff to give to someone in Ghana. So I knew that she was bringing me those things. And then when she came, we were just hanging out at the train station whilst we were waiting for our train. And then we started taking pictures, like girls do when they meet up. We took some pictures, and then it was like, I think it was probably about 20 minutes before our train would come, and then she gave me the stuff to go and give to someone in Ghana. And then when she gave me the stuff, she was also holding something else, and then she was like, "Oh, Annabelle, I want you to take this." And then she gave it to me, and then I opened it, and it was money. It was like quite a large sum of money, and I was thinking, oh, maybe she wants me to give it to someone in Ghana. And then she was like, "Oh, I want you to use it to buy something when you go to Ghana for yourself." And I was just like, God, today, like, what's going on? And I'm not going to say the amount of money, but she actually gave me a lot of money to take to Ghana, and I was just so happy, because I was like, if I say I was broke, but I was I was going to Ghana, and I was just so grateful. Like, I was so grateful for my sisters, and just for the blessing of them, because I hadn't mentioned to any of them. I don't remember mentioning to any of them that I didn't have money, but God used them to really bless me, and I was really grateful. And yeah, God bless you, Goldust and Akia, for being my sisters and for always being there for me. And that's how I acquired this book. That's the story behind this Assata Shakur book. So this book is really dear to my heart, and I easily give out books to people to read, but this one, I don't think that many people even know that I own it because it's not really one of the books that I would easily just be like, oh, you know, I have this book, check it out, because the book is quite dear to my heart, and I really love how I got it, so I'm cherishing it as long as I can. But yeah, this book is about Assata Shakur, and she's a black woman in America who was on the FBI's most wanted terrorist list for killing a white man in America. And like, when I was reading this book, just a whole lot of thoughts were going through my mind, you know, like back in the day, in her time, like the racism in America was just crazy. And the book, even though the book is an autobiography of her life, it talks about race relations in America. It talks about the Black Panther movement, because she was part of the Black Panther movement, and then she became the founding member of the Black Liberation Army in America. So there's a lot of history in this book, so it's really dense, and there's a lot of detail in the book. So I would encourage you to get it and read it if you're interested in race relations, like African American history. This book is really good. And Maya Angelou reviewed the book. There's a review from Maya Angelou in the book, and I mean, if Maya Angelou reviews your book, just get it and read it. But yeah, so I would really recommend this book for anyone who wants to read it. And she's the godmother of Tupac as well, Tupac Shakur, so get it and read it. It's really interesting. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed the story behind the book. And yeah, so I will try and find other books that I have and share the stories behind them for you all as well. God bless you so much for watching my video, and comment below, like and share the video. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye.